Oh, Mother Hawk. Hey, everybody. Mother Hawk just flew over while I was setting up and that lovely little guest star. Alright, so another Monday. It's a bit of a soggy Monday here in DFW. Uh, I am a little bit foggy because I happen to have fibromyalgia, which anytime it rains or storms, puts me into a pain flare. Uh, Not really here to wax poetically about that. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Either way, I love storms. I love thunder, despite the fact that it hurts. And so even though I didn't get much sleep last night, the storm was amazing. The thunder was amazing. And here we are today, ready for the beginning of a new week. It is Monday. It is a date. And I'm bad with dates. Okay, I have the classic autistic ADHD brain, in so much as I sometimes struggle to keep track of numbers and names. So here today, guest starring as always, the Wild Unknown Pocket Animal Spirit guidebook by Kim Kranz. Also starring Red Diamond Tea in my fuel cup. And all right, we're gonna get into tune, and then we're gonna see what Spirit has for us for the week. Shields up, allowing what is here to serve our highest and best selves. Allow me to perceive and not pick up all else. Spread the roots down into the mother, grounding, stabilizing. Branching to the father, maintaining connection. Locking the self away. Opening up for information. Allowing spirit to flow through. And balance. Alrighty, hey y'all, welcome everybody to this week's reading. Lots of birds twittering and chattering, lots of traffic noise. Thank goodness for all of the newfangled editing tools that are out there, and the existence of my bestie Foresty, otherwise known as my tech department. Without him, none of this would be happening, so shout out to my bestie. All right. Looks like in the moon phase that we're currently in, and with this nice big fat storm that just moved through the DFW area, we've got some fresh sparkling energies to tap into. It's fantastic. Right, remember, this is a timeless reading, so when you find it, it does not really matter where you are, what time it is. If the energies resonate with you, then go ahead and pay attention. If, as you're listening, this does not resonate, either it means this reading isn't for you and you're welcome to move along, or oftentimes in my case, I found that it's just not yet. That's something to think on, throw it in the back of the mind, something to learn. So, I'm going to ask for signs so that those of you who are still listening can know whether or not this is super for you. And now remember, just because I list signs and none of them match does not mean that this reading isn't for you. It just means that if the signs do match, you need to pay a little extra attention. On top of that, let's keep in mind that just because I say it doesn't mean it is a guarantee. I'm not a prophet. I'm simply just a silly willy little artist who has found my way through spirit. So. Oh, a little family walking by. Super, super sweet. They're staring at me, so I'm gonna smile and wave. Alright. Okay. Whew, alrighty. Spirit, my sweet, sweet friends. On this soggy Monday, what guide do we have stepping forward? What guide do we have stepping forward? I try real hard not to splatter the cards right now. Oh, who do we got? We got Beaver popping out. All right. Spirits, what guidance do you have for this coming week? What message do you have for this coming week? Anyone specific who's popping out? Oh, like I feel it. You're in there. You're in there. Okay. Gonna narrow it down. Okay. Okay. All right. Who do we have today? We have the fox coming out. Oh, look at this sweet card. Oh, fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful artwork as always. Thank you, Kim. Loving your stuff. Let's see. How do we make it stand up more? Cooperate, please. Oh, now he looks. Oh, that's perfect for fox. Isn't that perfect? Look at him peeking up over the edge. All right. I'm gonna break out the book. As always, I do like to start out with reading what Kim has to say. I love all of her collection. And I'm ADHD, so I can only focus on one thing at a time. Let's find the page. Okay, let's see. Oh, this weather's so nice, y'all. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Got fox. Ooh, number 70 and 71 as well. That's going to be important to some people. I love how I said we were doing signs and then just moved on. So that's actually important. It does seem that fox itself is a sign. So fox matters to you, whether you love the animal or you feel an inclination with the animal, or just his cheeky little face is grabbing you. Absolutely. That's going to be one of the signs. Spirit, what else do we have? Oh, a black velvet scrunchie. That one happens a lot, so that's interesting. One of you that's following me. You're on the right path. What else do we have? Oh, Niagara Falls. It's like a snow globe of Niagara Falls. Oh, a wedge of cheese. A wedge of cheese. What kind of cheese? Doesn't matter. Okay. The type of cheese does not matter. But evidently someone with an actual, like, wedge of cheese. Okay, what other signs do we have? An orange cat paired with a white cat with green eyes. Oh, that's quite interesting. Oh, what a lovely pair, but they're beautiful. But if those are your babies, please comment. Tell me their names. I love animals. Those are names I can usually remember too. I'm really horrible with remembering names, but animals, those ones stick. Okay, all right, rambling. Let's focus. What other signs do we have? Neglected bird feeder. That's interesting, neglected bird feeder. Apricot tree. And the Fibonacci sequence. Spiral? Fibonacci? We're gonna go with that. All right, those are your signs. So if any of those stuck out for you, that means that something about this reading is for you to pay extra attention to. Everyone else, feel free to stick around if you're curious. There's always something to learn in a reading. All right. Let's see, Kim, what do we have to say for our friend the fox? Smart, strong partner or mate, and wise teacher. The fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for the long term, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Fox energy helps us stay true to those most dear to us. When this card appears, reconnect to those you love. Foxes don't do well when they slip away. When in balance with the fox energies this week, we will be feeling magical, ingenious, teacher, and monogamous. When out of balance, we'll be feeling sneaky, are unsure of our identity. To bring into balance, it is recommended partnership and connection. Ooh, ooh. That is so interesting, so interesting. For myself, ooh, Fox. Fox is curious. Uh, Fox personalities have been around all of my life. And as a soul type, I align with the Panthera category of animal. I often call myself the Pink Panthera, for those you know. Because I'm also a goofball. I may be a fierce, hunter, but I am also a silly goober. That being said, big cat energy and fox energy tend to oil and water each other. And this frustrates me because I love fox energy. I love the silly, goofy, boisterous way that foxes go about getting what they want. And the only personal tale I have is with my father, may he rest in peace. One of the trips that he and I had, he was taking me up the side of a mountain in California on the back of his motorcycle. This was after my high school graduation. And as we were spiraling up this mountain, two kit foxes began running alongside the motorcycle. And my dad and I, we didn't have the particularly closest or best relationship. And one thing he did know without a doubt about this soul, I love animals. And so he slowed down, and the two kit foxes ran alongside the motorcycle for only a minute or so. It wasn't really all that long. Might not have even been a minute, but felt like eternity. And, it's been 20 years since then, and I still think about that day all of the time for myriads of reasons. So what is the point of this personal tale, Spirit? Why does that matter? Yes, there's definitely something about connection here. Partnership, connection, doubt. Okay, I see what's happening here. So, the way the fox thing ended, of course, was there came a moment when the foxes dipped off into the woods and went about their way. And that's kind of the thing about the fox spirit. It's very wily, very independent. Oh, that means for this coming week, we should be exercising independence while maintaining connections and partnerships. What does that mean? It's going to mean boundaries. All right, this is spirit, you silly little goose. All right, boundaries currently one of the things I'm working on. I was raised in a world in which boundaries were encouraged in my home life amongst my mother, my sister, and I. However, boundaries outside of that very small, safe bubble, not really supported. Boundaries aren't really supported in society. We tend to be shamed or guilted when we maintain boundaries. And especially when it comes to personal relationships, family, and work. These are three areas, especially here in America, where we're struggling in the boundary front. So this is going to be an excellent week. We've got an excellent friend here who's going to be giving us magical, ingenious spirit energy to tackle this particular hurdle. So for those of you who are currently struggling, whether it be, again, it could be in romance, it could be in your family life, platonic love, or it could be work related, boundaries are encouraged right now. And there's something really important to know about boundaries. They're often misunderstood and probably misrepresented. Boundaries are not something that you exercise upon someone else. You are erecting a fence, but you cannot enforce anything upon someone else. A boundary is simply stating, and holding the behaviors that you will and will not allow. Ooh, okay, give me a moment, y'all. I'm gonna recenter because my energies are actually getting a little bit squirrely right now. Oh, you know what? Yes, good reminder. Okay, okay. One moment, everybody. One moment, please, and thank you. All right, looks like when we wrap things up here, I'm going to be doing a walk and wander, and we're going to be talking about boundaries this week. Okay. That's exciting. But exciting. All right, we do have a tool that requested to be brought out today. Everybody, this is my pendulum. This particular rock has been a part of my life for 12 years. I've carried it with me on all of my travels. It's been with me everywhere. This chain was a tandem Christmas present from my partners a few years ago, and the end is full of personal trinkets that I'm not really gonna go into because they're personal. Pendulums uh, are excellent tools, and so if anybody would love a video on how to craft your own, clearly I made this, y'all. I put a piece this guy together, didn't buy it from anywhere. So if you'd like to have a video about how to craft your own pendulum and how to use one, comment in the section below. I would be happy to share what I know about this particular tool slash friend of mine. All right. She hasn't worked in a hot minute, so we're just going to give her a quick refresh. And I'm going to show all of you how I reestablish my connection with my friend here. So, ooh, okay. Do I like potatoes? No. Okay, you're being spicy. Do I like sour cream? Yes. Interesting. Isn't it interesting? So, I love potatoes and I hate sour cream. What that's telling me is our energies right now are flowing backward. How fun is that? How fun is that? She has been freshly cleansed and we have been freshly re-attuned. So the pendulum is telling us something by answering backward. I'm going to verify. Are you delivering a message by reversing yes and no? Yes. Yes, she is. All right. All right. So, what about these energies flowing in reverse? Do we need to know? Hmm. Okay, interesting. What feels like betrayal is actually balance. Oh, okay. What does this mean? What feels like betrayal is actually balance. Hmm. So, no. The answer is no. What feels like betrayal is not. Okay, I see. Okay. Holding boundaries. Here we go. Holding boundaries to maintain balance is not betrayal. Yes, there we go. All right, that's what Spirit's bringing forward. Holding boundaries to maintain balance is not betrayal. All right, so it seems that some in the community might be needing to hear right now that it is all right to say no. It is all right to exercise boundaries. When you say no or you exercise a boundary in order to maintain your peace, a great many of us oftentimes end up feeling guilty or we end up feeling we're doing something wrong. I definitely personally struggle with this one, whether it's romance, whether it's platonic connection, whether it's work. Right now, we're having a hard time saying no or maintaining boundaries in these areas. Oh. There are a great many doctors out there. I highly recommend Dr. Tracy Marks here on YouTube for those of you who are still around and this is resonating with you that you need some help in boundary laying. I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on the internet. I'm not a teacher, nor do I play one on the internet. I'm simply channeling Spirit right now, and Spirit is encouraging me to share with you all that I am still personally on the journey of learning how to hold boundaries. It is not natural. It's not natural for me. It is difficult. You know what? No, I've been instantly corrected. Spirit says it is natural. It is, in fact, natural for all of us to maintain boundaries. Oh, we're just conditioned not to. I know. Ain't that a kick in the teeth? So, yes, it is natural for all of us, but the conditions within which my life existed has made it difficult to exercise these boundaries. Now, blessedly, over the last 2 years, I did learn. I cut people out who were no longer good for me. I stopped allowing in people who were not good for me. I have an extremely small circle now, and this circle I trust with my life, because we've done the work and we've held the boundaries and we've, you know, established these partnerships, these connections that have allowed me to figure out how to step into my purpose. So, okay, a lot of personal rambling here. That's just going to be the nature of this channel, y'all. I have autism ADHD. That is how we connect. We talk about ourselves. Best part though, I also love learning about people. So please, in the comment sections below, talk with me. What's your journey with boundaries? Work, relationship, and family. How were you taught to express your boundaries? How have you learned that boundaries do and do not work in your life? Please remember, if you are in a complex situation, you're not alone. There are a gazillion avenues out there for seeking professional help. I know this is a woo-woo channel, but we are very pro mental health in this space. So please make sure that if you are struggling to maintain boundaries and you don't know how, seek out doctors. Uh, Minimum start here on YouTube. Verify who you're listening to, but there's very good doctors out here who are sharing their knowledge and their information. So this week, we need to focus on maintaining our balance. Fox is going to be guiding us. So if you see a fox emblem or you hear the word fox or it just appears somewhere where it feels a bit random, remember there's no such thing as random chance. Holy Spirit speaks to us via synchronicity and coincidence. So follow the Fox Guide for the week. Remember that you are all heavily supported by Spirit, both the Mother and the Father. Support and encourage each of us every step of the way, every day. All right. I love you all very much. I thank you for being with me for this timeless Spirit Guide guidance. Woo! Go in peace and be blessed. You are all loved exactly as you are.